What if I told you that every time your dog barks in the middle of the night, they're not trying to annoy you, they're sending you a coded message. And until you learn to read it, the barking won't stop. Picture this, it's 3 a.m. You're fast asleep and suddenly barking. Sharp, urgent, relentless. You stumble out of bed, maybe you shout, maybe you let them outside, maybe you just pull the pillow over your head. But night after night, it keeps happening. And you're left wondering, why? Why won't they just let you sleep? The truth is, nighttime barking isn't random. It's not a spiteful habit or a broken dog, it's a symptom. And to solve it, you need to look past the noise and understand what's really going on inside your dog's mind. Let's start with a simple but powerful idea. Dogs don't bark for no reason. Every single bark has a trigger. And at night, those triggers are often hidden. Things we don't notice, sounds we can't hear, feelings we don't recognize. Your dog might be reacting to a distant siren, the scurry of a mouse in the walls, or even the absence of your presence after you've gone to bed. But here's the key: if you respond the wrong way, you can accidentally make the barking worse. Yelling, for example, can sound like you're joining in. Letting them out can teach them that barking equals freedom. So before we talk about stopping the barking, we need to understand why it's happening in the first place. The most common cause of nighttime barking is what I call environmental triggers. These are outside stimuli, real or perceived, that put your dog on high alert. It could be a raccoon crossing the yard, a neighbor coming home late, or even the hum of a refrigerator kicking on. Dogs have incredibly sensitive hearing, so noises that seem quiet to us can sound like alarms to them. Another major trigger is separation anxiety. When the house goes quiet and dark, a dog who's deeply attached to you may feel isolated or insecure. Barking becomes their way of calling out, "Where is everyone? Is everything okay?" Then there's boredom. A dog that hasn't had enough physical or mental stimulation during the day might use the night as their active time. And finally, there's medical discomfort. An older dog with joint pain, a puppy with teething aches, or a dog with an untreated health issue may bark because they're physically uncomfortable. So, how do you identify your dog's specific trigger? Start by becoming a quiet detective. For 1 week, keep a small notebook by your bed. Every time your dog barks, jot down the time, what happened right before, and what you did in response. You might start to see a pattern. Maybe it's always around 2 a.m. when the neighbor's cat prowls the fence, or maybe it's only on nights when you skipped their evening walk. This log isn't just data, it's your roadmap to a quieter home. Once you've identified the likely cause, it's time to build a new routine, one that addresses the root of the problem, not just the symptom. If environmental triggers are the issue, start by making their sleeping area more secure and sound buffered. A white noise machine can work wonders to mask outside sounds. Closing the curtains can block moving shadows. If your dog sleeps in a crate, covering it with a breathable blanket can create a den-like feeling of safety. For dogs with separation anxiety, the goal is to build confidence and independence. Practice short separations during the day. Leave the room for a few minutes and return before they get anxious. Gradually increase the time. Make your comings and goings very low-key, no dramatic hellos or goodbyes. This teaches your dog that being alone is normal, not scary. Now, let's talk about the evening wind down. The hour before bed is crucial. This isn't the time for wild play that can hype your dog up. Instead, aim for calm connection. A gentle, sniff-filled walk can be more tiring than a run. Let them explore on a long leash, taking in the night smells. When you get home, try a 5-minute brushing session or some quiet training like settle on your mat. Offer a long-lasting chew or a food-stuffed toy. This engages their brain and satisfies their natural urge to gnaw, which is deeply calming for dogs. The goal is to send them to bed mentally tired and physically content. What about when the barking happens anyway? Your response in that moment is critical. Do not yell. Do not go to them and offer comfort that can reward the behavior. Instead, be calm and boring. If you're sure they don't need to go outside, try a firm, quiet shhh from your bed. If they stop, even for a few seconds, wait a moment and then quietly praise them. Good quiet. You're teaching them that silence earns your attention, not noise. If the barking is persistent and you suspect they need to relieve themselves, take them out on a leash, don't make eye contact, and bring them right back in. Make it the most boring potty break ever. For some dogs, especially those who bark out of habit, you might need to reset their sleep association. Move their bed to a new spot or introduce a special sleep-only blanket that comes out at bedtime. You can even use a calming pheromone diffuser or a specially designed anxiety wrap. The key is consistency. It might take a few nights, even a week or two, for your dog to unlearn the old habit and adopt the new, quieter one. But every time you respond with patience and clarity, you're building trust. You're showing your dog that the night is safe, that you're in control, and that there's no need to sound the alarm. Nighttime barking isn't a power struggle. It's a communication breakdown. When you start listening to what your dog is really saying, whether it's "I'm scared," "I'm bored," or "I hear something," you stop fighting the symptom and start solving the problem. A quiet night isn't just about more sleep for you. It's about a more secure, understood, and peaceful dog. And that's something worth waking up for. What's the one trick that finally helped your dog sleep through the night? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could help another pet parent finally get some rest.